What is going on, beautiful people? I am Lee Hammock, the diagnosed self-aware narcissist known as mental illness, and welcome to another episode of the Narcissists Code. If this is your first time seeing my face or hearing my voice, I use my platform to raise awareness for NPD, get more people into therapy, and also validate the victims, survivors, and the thrivers of this disorder. You know, there's some thrivers out there, y'all. Today's episode is going to be entitled, Why is it so hard getting out of a toxic relationship with a narcissist? Why is it so hard to leave the narcissist and whatnot, so on and so forth? So we all know, if you have any knowledge concerning the narcissistic people or whatnot, we all know the trauma bond exists. Like, the trauma bond is the trauma bond. We understand that dynamic. But why is it so hard to break it? Why is it so hard to leave this relationship? This relationship dynamic, because it's not always that bad. That's one of the recurring statements that I hear when I'm doing my one-on-one coaching over Zoom, or I'm doing like these group classes or whatnot. One of the most recurring statements is, it wasn't always this bad. It didn't start off this way. I'm holding on to, and people are focusing on like the good times. The good times, holding on to the good times, keep you stuck in this relationship dynamic. It's so hard to let go, because you're holding on to the potential of what you thought this person could be. You are like, I say this all the time right here, y'all, is that narcissists show you who they can be, not who they actually are. And so many people you fall in love with who they can be, not who they actually are. You fall in love with who they can be, and typically you fall out of love with who they actually are. You get trauma bonded to who they can be, like the back and forth, the ups and downs, the slips and falls, the up and down, the highs and lows. They get you addicted to narcissistic people. They just do. Like, it's like so many people describe the trauma bond as like kicking a drug addiction, like breaking an addiction to drugs or some type of illegal substance or things like that. Kicking a real life addiction. And it's tough. I understand that it's tough, but this is my mindset, and this is how my mind works on this right here. I know a lot of people might push back on me when I say this, but I truly believe that if you understand that the trauma bond exists, that you have the ability to break it. There are so many more people out there who don't understand what they've been through, who needs some saving out there. So whoever needs saving is interrupting the video with that. I'm just joking. But there's so many people that I truly believe that if you understand and you acknowledge that the trauma bond exists, that the trauma bond is actually real, then you can actually break it. There's so many people out there who don't know what they're going through. Why do I keep going back to this toxic relationship? Why I know it's bad for me, but I just can't break it. I can't leave this person alone. I keep telling people, it's like literally like a drug addiction. You go back, you get your little high, and then you open your eyes. It's like you're laying in the bed with this narcissist after y'all have done whatever, after y'all done desecrated this bedroom or whatever. You're laying in the bed with this narcissistic person, this toxic person, whatever, and you're looking at the roof. They're asleep. They're sound asleep. They done cheated on you and beat you up. They done did all kinds of heinous things to you. And you forgiving them over and over again. You taking it back over and over again. This is like the 9th time y'all have broken up, and now you're laying beside them after they done clapped your cheeks, or they done clapped their cheeks, or they done put the cheeks on you, whatever the dynamic is. Like, you're staring there looking at the ceiling, and you know this is wrong for you. A few minutes ago it might have felt good, but now you know it's wrong for you. Now you're embarrassed. Now here comes the shame. Now there's a lot of shame associated with it. You're embarrassed. You feel ashamed. Like, why can't I break this? What's going on with me? Why can't I do this? And you're embarrassing yourself. So many people get embarrassed. And like, I'm gonna be real with you. Narcissists do not care how embarrassed you are. They don't care how stupid they make you look. I was on live the other night. When you keep going back to narcissistic relationship, you're basically putting on a clown mask and walking around in public with it, and they don't care. They walking around in public. Hey, y'all, I got Bobo the clown with me right now. I got Homie the clown with me right now. What's Sideshow Bob? They don't care how you look. They care about how they look, what their reputation looks like. Because typically, if you tell people you've been treated, let's say you tell people you've been treated horribly by this person. Like, this toxic person been treating me terribly. They're the worst person on this planet. Nothing good can come of this relationship. But then you get back with them. What do you look like? I know what you feel like. I know you feel like you get a little quick high. You get a quick hit. You feel exhilarated. I got my boo back. And then you put your clown mask on and you go to sleep. As I tell people, I was just like, and you wake up, you look at the sky, and you take the clown mask off. It's like your heart and your mind are not in alignment. I tell this all the time. When your heart and your mind are not aligned, your heart will lead you down a pathway of darkness, and you'll get in trouble. Your heart will get you hurt. It just will. When your mind and your heart are fighting each other, your head and your mind, your brain is trying to protect you. Your intuition is trying to protect you. When you feel that, when you see that red flag, when you feel their actual red flag fly across the screen or whatever, your brain is trying to tell you, it's sending you signals, hey, this ain't it. Your brain is saying, hey, this isn't it. This ain't it right here. But your heart is just like, no, it is it. But I love them though. I love them. So this could be it. Maybe it could be it. So you hold on longer. You hold on. Maybe this could be it. Maybe if I love them a little harder. Maybe if I actually change this about myself. Maybe if I gained a little weight. Maybe if I lost a little weight. Maybe if I go back to school. Maybe I'll give them all my money. Maybe if I give them all my time. Maybe if I give up my kids. Maybe if I give up their stepkids or whatever. Maybe if I do that, y'all, nothing you will do is ever going to be enough for a narcissist. Let's just keep it real. Nothing you ever do is ever going to be enough. And then it's going to, I know it hurt some people, but Lee, what if I do this? Nothing you ever do will be enough for a narcissist. Let's just keep it hot, y'all. I'm telling y'all, just keep it as hot as possible. Because it's impossible to make a narcissist consistently happy. You notice I said consistently happy. You can make them happy in the moment, but consistent happiness, joy, contentment, that doesn't exist with narcissistic people, y'all. It's just like we as narcissists, a lot of us block it off. We don't allow ourselves to feel it. It's like there's blockages on all our emotions other than anger. And anger, covers up everything. Anger is like the blanket that's covering up the real feeling. Anger is keeping the real. If anger is the blanket, then it's keeping warm the real feeling, the shame, the guilt, whatever's behind the anger. You know what I mean? Why is it so hard to leave? It wasn't always that bad. It wasn't always that bad, and we know that. If it was 100% bad all the time, it would be easy for you to leave. It would just, you're like, okay, there's no good to hold on to. But there is good to hold on to because they showed you good. They showed you who they could be, not who they actually are. And you still have this person that they showed you who they can be in your head. This person is still in your head. You haven't let that person go because their body is still in front of you. The vessel is still in front of you. The vessel that contains the narcissistic person is still in front of you. It's just the person behind the vessel has changed. There's a different driver in this car right here. The car is still here. The car represents the narcissistic person's body, but the driver is different. There's a different driver. You don't recognize this driver. The car is still the same. The body is still here, but they start to act differently. Their driving patterns are differently. If you like racing, Dale Earnhardt Jr., like what, number 3? Is it number 3? Dale Earnhardt is number 3. Yeah, you see that same number 3 car. It's the same number 3 car, but Dale Earnhardt Jr. isn't in it anymore. It's like Mark Martin or somebody behind the wheel. Tony Stewart, somebody else is driving. You're like, hey, that's the same car, but it's driving different. Who is the behind the wheel? It's the same exterior, but the interior is different. Do I say you looking at a narcissistic person is just like somebody driving a car. The car is still the same. The driver has changed. You mean what's propelling this person forward has changed. There's different fuel that fires this car. You had an electric model narcissist. Now this person is running on 93 premium, high gas, high mileage gas. They 93 premium. You had electric vehicle. You know what I mean? The whole fuel has changed. The driver has changed. The fuel has changed. But you're still holding on. You still want to get in that car. Like I still love that car. You know what I mean? The driver is different. And then you have to realize, y'all, that driver, the original driver that you fell in love with, is gone. They're not coming back. They're just not. They're not like maybe they're in the back seat though, Lee. What if I can hold on a little bit longer? I'm in the passenger seat. What if I can hold on a little bit longer and the driver that's in the back seat, they can get back in the driver's seat? No, they're not in the back seat. They're tied up in the trunk with a muzzle on their mouth. You hear them banging around in the trunk. You want to stay and help them. I know the damage. I know the trauma. I want to stay and help them. You can't rescue that person out of the trunk. You don't have the key. It's not your car. Y'all want to fix this car. I went off with this car analogy, didn't I? I went deep into it. Damn, I didn't realize how deep I got into this car analogy. But yeah, it's tough because you're holding on because you know this person has the potential to treat you good. And some people that are dealing with narcissists have your own mental health stuff going on as well. You have to understand your dynamic. You can, it can help you heal to understand the narcissist, but it can help you heal to understand the narcissist. But you can't fully heal by just understanding the narcissist. You have to understand yourself. Why you might have stayed in this relationship 1, 2, 3, 10, 15 years too long. I just thought if I loved them even more, they would come back. No, the driver that you knew originally and this car is gone. The car is still the same. You still got old 87 Buick out here. The driver is just different. You know what I mean? And it's hard for a lot of people to understand. That's why it's so hard to leave, because you want that driver to get out that truck and get back in the driver's seat, and y'all will drive off into the sunset together. It doesn't work that way. Not with a narcissistic person. You can stay in the car. You are more than welcome to stay in the car. But that driver that you knew originally is not going to come back. You can stay in the passenger seat. You can get in the back seat. You can get in the trunk with the original person, but you're not they're just not coming back, y'all. They're just not. I know people don't want to hear that. Like, well, you didn't tell us anything. I just want to know. This is how do we get them back? You can't get them back. This is beyond your scope of human power. But if he pray, I can pray it back. Oh, you go ahead and pray it. Just try to pray them back. You're going to spend a long time praying, and you can be on your deathbed. I should have left 50 years ago, 40 years ago, 30, 20, 10, 5, 1 year ago. I'm just telling you, y'all, don't get to the end of your life and regret staying in the toxic relationship way longer than you should have. Because you're going to be mad as hell at yourself. You're going to be mad at the narcissist. I already know how people, the mindset works. You're going to be mad at the narcissist for not treating you good, but you're going to be madder at yourself for not demanding to be treated better by leaving this dynamic sometimes. Anyway, I digress, y'all. I had to hop off here. I done rambled on. Y'all know I try to keep these episodes short. Rambled on for 12 minutes. Anyway, y'all, October 15th. Oh, whoa, yo. This is episode 500. We've done 500 episodes of the Narcissists Code. Wow. 500. Wow. Y'all, 500. Oh, my goodness. We did 500 episodes, y'all. Thank y'all so much for the continued support, y'all. Here's to 500 more. That means I'm gonna be around with y'all for another year and a half, because the episode a day keeps the narcissist away. Anyways, y'all, October 15th, Austin, Texas, narcavengers.com/Texas. There's a link in every description. Thank y'all for tuning in. Mental illness is out. Peace. Like and subscribe for more. If you listen to this on Apple Music, give me that 5 stars. Please. Thank you so much. Peace.